Welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. As you may notice, there have been some minor changes here in terms of a vast array of thermal generators here, or power stations. The reason for this is because I need to burn off the hydrogen, and even with all these, I'm not sure if I'm actually burning enough of the hydrogen off currently, and until I can make deuterium. Well, yeah, this is the only way I have to do it. So it seems to be steadily around 8001, 8002, so I think I may have enough, but yeah. For now, this is the solution to that. That, of course, gives us a massive amount of generation of power here, which is not a bad thing, I suppose. But anyways, in this episode, we are going to focus on making the diamonds and the titanium crystals. Now, we are not going to be able to make many titanium crystals. I did go over to the other planet and picked up a stack of titanium, which I've put in a box at the end over there. But I'm going to have to go back and forth to pick up that titanium unless I move this entire operation to that other planet, which isn't such an easy prospect considering we lack two kind of key components over there, which is namely water, which is not really that easy to get by on a lava planet, and the other one being oil. So without those two, we have to do this on this planet, so yeah. I have prepared a little bit of area over here to continue our glorious spaghetti here. So the first thing we are going to need is graphite. I always mix those two up. And that's going in a loop all the way in there. And I think we're going to have to continue that loop because I suppose I always could set up another coal operation for making the graphite, but yeah, I'm not so sure about that, to be honest. Does that work over two belts? Somehow I doubt it. Oh, it does. What do you know? That's useful. I'm not going to complain about that. I don't know if this is a bug or whatever it is, but it works. And it certainly saves space. Okay, so we have the graphite coming out here. That'll be for the diamonds. So we're going to need 3 belts here. Can I? No, that doesn't work. One for titanium, one for crystals, and then one for graphite. But I'm not sure about that graphite location. I might want to have the graphite going behind here. I think I do. I don't know why I go into the build menu. So the graphite can come down, well. Yeah, sure. I'm not going to connect the belt until I am absolutely sure where the location of the belt is going to be. These squiggles are very entertaining. Now, the other belt we are going to need will be, and I think I'll do these belts so that that's going to go there. We'll have a squiggle, of course, but the squiggle will be over there instead of over here. Can't avoid the squiggles. Well, technically I can, because I can just use Mark III sorters to pull the crystals out on the belt. Now, can I... If I do this, then I do that. This is just so I know what the belt is. I don't suppose I can put down something. Removing that might be risky. Well, I know the graphite belt will be behind. Okay, now we're going to use the Mark II assembling machines, which produce at a speed of 1. Not a huge fan of the color. And I don't know how many we need. I'm going to set up 4 for the time being. Wait, the diamonds are not made in the assembling machines. The diamonds are made in the smelters, of course. So... Actually, let me redo this, because I want the belt to come in at the middle. And then I want... No, I don't want the belt to come in the middle. That's not what I want. Sorry. I want the belt to split. So... yeah, there. Then a belt comes out and goes up, and the other one goes down. And then smelter, 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 there. That should be fine. Because we should be able to... I think, yeah, that should be one close. Diamond. I don't even know how many these produce per minute, so... we'll find out that soon enough. Don't need that one. And we take in the graphite to the smelters, and we take the diamonds out of the smelters onto the belt in the middle. And then we need some power. That should work. Not sure about this splitter. I probably could do this in a way that looks better, but yeah, nah. So how many does these produce per minute? 30. Well, I'm not sure if we have enough excess graphite currently to sustain more than 120 per minute. Nevertheless, that's not the word I was looking for. Or is it? Nevertheless, the amount of titanium required for the... need to take that. Now, this is going to be a little bit more complicated. I have a machine there, and that machine can produce titanium crystals, and we need a belt in the middle. And then we need the belts to come on the outside of this machine, but we also need the belts to split. I suppose there's an easy way to do that with the titanium. The graphite belt is going to be in the way though. I don't really need the belt to go on the side there, but it does look better. Now this belt can come out here and connect up like that. And then we need another splitter. The question now is, yeah, if the belt comes down here, this should work. And it does. That little belt trick is a lifesaver. Then the crystals can come down like that. And we have a machine on the other side, which takes the titanium that way and the crystals that way. The spaghetti in this is just glorious. We're gonna have a power pole there. These probably produce at the same speed, 30 per minute, but we shall see. No. That was close. Not that either. Well, it wouldn't have sent it off because the belt is going the other way, but still, that would have been annoying. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And these ones I placed at the middle. And the Mark II soldiers out there. Right, okay, now we have that. So we have both diamonds and we have titanium crystals. We can put down a Mark III soldier here. Yeah, that should be enough. And we'll do the same here. I might need 2. Yeah, I'm going to need 2. Which means we need another belt. And that should fill the belt. Good. Now it's just a matter of waiting for the crystals to arrive. And these produce at a speed of 15 per minute, while these produce at a speed of 30 per minute. So we need twice as many of these as these. Provided, of course, that the structure matrix, which we have to research. I've forgotten to start that research. I should have done that at the beginning of the episode. It would have been done now, I think. 16 minutes. Oh, that's annoying. Let's pop on over to the research part here. These produce at half the speed of these. Which means I can have double as... I still have the buffers. Yeah. Can I produce 8 of these? I can craft them. Certainly I can. I just need to pick up some goods. Circuit boards, let's have a stack of those. And we also need the coils, a stack of those. We do need glass, which we can pick up from here. I really should make a buffer container of these. I think I'll do that right away because I'm tired of picking it up from the belt. So there, and whoop. That is going to be a lot easier. And the final part I needed was iron ingots. I need a couple more of those. I should make a buffer container of these as well, and there is no reason why I cannot just plonk that down here. Well, actually, it would be better to plonk it down near that power pole. And we do this. We're not using the iron currently anyway, so the belt is standing still, so might as well just have a buffer container for it. And I'm gonna pick up 200 of that. We need 132. There we go. And I clicked it at the exact correct moment. And now we're going to make 8 of these. $10 per minute. 20 per minute, yeah, so it is double the speed, which is good to know. And then I would like to have that here. Blue, copy. Oh, it set the entire row. That's handy. This is a Mark 1 belt. I think that should suffice, but I'm not sure. If I do this and this, is that too close? Yes, it is. Well, that's annoying. Some way I can deal with that? Yes, there is. It is not the most ideal way, but I can do it like this, and I can set up a new container. Like that, and I believe I can fly, or connect that up to there, at least. Although it would be nice to... I can fly! Woo! So I don't just believe, I know I can fly. Haha. Oh. Okay, so this part is a... Well, wait, well, I need to put these back. I need to redirect this belt. Let's remove that. The less hydrogen I get in my inventory, the happier I'm going to be. There we go. Now we can connect up this. We can just do this as well. And yeah, we're definitely going to need more hydrogen, or graphite, I mean. Okay, so that's too close. This should work. 2, 3, 4. Set these to red. And we also need the sorter. Now, if I do that, and then this and this. Okay, now we're producing them at double the speed. I'm not entirely sure why it says. We might need more labs as well. 60 hashes per second. Yeah, we actually need more labs. Let's make 4 more. I don't have room for much more in here. I might have to move these. Yeah, I do. This is getting complicated. That's one too far away. That should work. Probably should have connected up the belts before I did that. Now the question is, does this... Yeah, that works. That works. This will work. I need to replace this because this needs to be a Mark III sorter. And then this belt needs to go here. Actually need 2 of these. And we need a power pole. Might as well just do this. Great. Now the yellow science cubes, we can have a belt of them coming down here, which is going to be interesting. But it's doable, that is the main thing. Right. Okay, now I needed twice as many of these. Probably won't have enough titanium nor crystals to make this work, but what the hey. This one goes... Please, game. Connect to the belt. Thank you. I obviously don't want a belt to connect to a sorter directly. That would be a weird thing to do. Like that. Why? Okay, don't snap to building. But still it does snap to the building. No, never mind. I got it at all. After all. So there. Then we connect up that. And we connect up that. And vice versa on the other side. We connect there, 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 there. Now I do know that it might be more efficient to use just the Mark III sorters on everything. Since it will fill up the buffer anyway, and I'm probably going to start doing that very soon. But for now, I'm just so used to doing the that series. It took down the time. Yes, I'm just so used to doing it this way that I guess this is the way I'm doing it. That is probably not an ideal position for those. Now I'm gonna put them here, I think. Or is that too close? The thing is, if I want to extend this line, which is very likely that I will, I need to pick up more belts. To get my Mark III belt stuff running as well. I feel I'm plodding along totally unprepared for the future. But that's fine. Okay, so if I go up here and I remove this one and this one, and now I have a belt going there, I should be able to connect that to there, and thus we have the titanium crystals coming in. This one will contain diamonds. And sort, please. So we'll do the same here. We'll go up, remove, and we have the belt at the ground level there and connected. Okay, so that time it didn't want to work. Not sure why. Let's try that one more time then. There we go. Now we have to do the same thing for the diamond belt up here. There's going to be a squig there. I hope that doesn't cause problems with this. No, it didn't. Good. Okay, then we can just connect the diamond belt. I don't need more squig. That looks very interesting on its own. And we have the yellow signs done in good time as well. And we connect up the titanium crystals. And pump. Now we can simply do something. Let's see here. I want the belt to come out in the middle again. Now, it's very unlikely that I'm going to have anything on that side of it. So if I just place down an assembler there, and I do a belt in the middle, set this one to make... Well, obviously that won't work. Gee, how silly of me. I would like to make 8 of these, but I don't think we have... Now I suddenly have lots of blue cubes in my inventory. I thought I emptied that out earlier. Where did those get into my inventory from? Or... So set this to do yellow cubes. Oh, right. I heard that power is a good idea. But I need 2 belts on the outside here. I wanted to see how quickly this thing produces. 7.5 per minute, so it's even worse. Okay, now let's do the squigglies that we need to do here. We don't really need 2 belts on the outside. Could have a belt coming in directly here. So if I have a splitter there, and that belt comes from here and goes there. Then we can also have a splitter. That actually wouldn't work, putting the splitter there. I think that will work at least. Let's see. Yes, that should work. That was an interesting decision by the game. No, that's not exactly what I intended. Let's try that again. There, that's better. And we can move that power pole here. Now this belt goes there, and this belt goes there. And then we have a belt coming down like this. And we don't really need... Well, yeah, we do need a Mark II sorter on the output here. And then we can use Mark I sorters on the inputs. Oh. Bother. Since it insists, I'll have to do it like that. Now, I'm going to need more laboratories. Produce 4 of them, please. And I need to pause the recording briefly, so I will be right back. Sorry about that. Let's see. Oh, I was flying when I paused. Yeah. Now, laboratories are slowly going to fill up with the ingredients. I don't know what speed. I'm not even sure if I'm able to sustain. Yeah, I am. I am able to sustain. We can remove this belt again. And we can remove this belt. I don't need these. So the next step then would be to get that science over there. You know what? This is going to be terribly expensive in terms of power, but currently I have no immediate power needs. Can I... Yeah, shift right click and you split the stack. So what we'll do here is simply logistics, transportation. Okay, I need to make 2 of these. Yeah, I really need to go pick up more titanium. So that's enough for 1. I need more steel, which also is an item that I should make a buffer chest of. And in addition to that, I'm going to need processors, which is handily enough available here, and some of those happy and jubilant little excited plasma rods. Now I can make 2 of these. Oh no, I need particle containers for this. Those are over here, I think. Yeah, they are. And we need to put these excited plasma thingies into a building that requires them. Now I can make 2 of these. Plonk down here, and I think we might need to do some landfilling here. Should be sufficient, and transportation, and we can plonk down this one here. Of course it does require power. Put that there. Now this one I want to request yellow cubes. We don't need to request 2,000 of them, or 5,000 of them for that matter. Let's request 500 of them. Demand. And then we are going to need a belt. But before we build that belt, we also need to make this crossing here. So that should do the trick. And we can just continue onwards over here. And we remove these, and we connect up these. Now we connect up that belt, set the filter in case I'm going to request other things to this tower. And the final thing we need over here would then be, I'll just use Mark 3 sorters. Fill up the towers. It's fine. Now we need to set on a tower over here as well. Demolish a bit of this belt and build another tower. Not too close. There I think is fine. And we put that into there. Yellow cubes, 500 is fine here as well, supply. And this one also needs power. And drones. So the final thing we're going to need... You know what, I'm going to use the Mark IIIs here. Provided I can see that thing is massive. You can see this thing pulls power like crazy. It's not that it's a big problem, but now we have all these pretty little drones flying over there. That's thrusters. I think we are going to grab another stack of these and put those in the other tower as well. I don't know how much each of these pull with them. Put this in there. In transit 28, 50. No, I'm not sure. Okay, so the towers now have all these 3 sciences, which means we can research something with yellow science. And the first thing we are going to research with yellow science is not this, because this is locked behind the high-strength titanium alloy, but that is exactly what we're going to research. And that takes 5 minutes with our current laboratories. The hashes are going pretty fast here, so that's good. This is looking quite nice. Even though it is a mess of spaghetti and belts. But, you know, I know there are many ways to approach games like, say, Satisfactory, Factorio, Factory Town. I guess this game is kind of a mishmash of these games. And also then you have Dyson Sphere Program. And as I also have mentioned frequently in my Satisfactory series, there are... I mean, when I build factories in Satisfactory, I don't like to use the word OCD. I mean, I know people use that lingo, but I've also mentioned that before. I don't really like that because building neatly or organized or structured is not OCD. Not at all, actually. Now it is not my place to educate anyone on that, but I might as well do it anyways. For me, it's kind of like this need for structure. When I do things in Satisfactory, I get this internal feeling of pleasure from having things built structured. But in Satisfactory, I'm very familiar with the game. So in Satisfactory, I have this basic fundamental knowledge that where I feel very comfortable when I play Satisfactory, that this game is something that I wouldn't say that I master it, but I feel very comfortable when I play Satisfactory because I kind of know all the formulas. I know, well, that's maybe pushing it a bit too far. I don't really know the formulas, but I have a general idea of the formulas. And also the mathematics in Satisfactory is a bit more gentle than in Factorio and in Dyson Sphere Project. What do I mean by gentle? Well, here you have assemblers Mark 1, 2, 3, and they produce at 0.75, 1, and 1.25 or 1.50 in speed. You have researchers that affect how quickly the sorters work and so forth. And you also have the sorter mechanism, which also is a point. You don't have those things in Satisfactory. You have an assembler, you have a constructor, you have a manufacturer. It has inputs, it has outputs. That doesn't mean that the game is by any means simple, because it definitely isn't, but it's easier in terms of the maths. well, maybe sans the refining part, which I spent a lot of time on, also requiring some help from Wally, my good friend. But in this game, I have very consciously not watched other content creators. Up until earlier today, I watched a bit of a couple of streams, and what I saw was pretty intimidating compared to what I've been doing here. There was this massive mega factory which was really structured. All the ratios were perfect, and it looked really good. It looks really good, and maybe someday I'll build something like that in my own style. And if I do, rest assured it will be on the channel. But the reason I haven't watched other content creators is that I wanted to avoid that feeling of, wow, this is overwhelming, if you know what I mean. So I'm doing my thing here, and I expect that most of the people who play the game are also doing their thing, and it's going to be spaghetti, it's going to be experimentation, it's going to be lots of figgly, squiggly belts and all kinds of things. And you know what? That's the charm, that's the fun. Experimenting with all these things and discovering the new things in the game, finding the answers to the challenges and doing it on your own, not letting anyone else solve it for you, is also part of the fun. Of course, that doesn't mean that watching other content creators, even me, and taking inspiration or even letting other people solve it for you is a bad thing. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that for me, I have had much joy in building this rather interesting tentacled factory of spaghetti belts and everything going all kinds of bizarre ways. And I would not have missed out on that, and I still will continue to build like this until we are at a certain stage of the game where maybe we leave the solar system, or maybe I'm going to set up a massive production facility on another planet in the solar system. Maybe I'll go into building more structured there. But yeah. Now this research is very soon finished, and my little rant is also finished. The point of the rant is, do not feel intimidated if you cannot build neat, organized, structured, as long as you're having fun. That is what matters. And build, experiment, and find joy in playing the game. It's just that simple. And I'm smiling as I say this because it's been such a magnificent journey, and I'm barely into the end of the early game here, so expect this series to be quite possibly a long one and to contain much spaghetti in the future. So the next thing we're going to research is interstellar logistics systems, which requires thrusters, we have thrusters, but it requires reinforced thrusters, which we have down here. So I'll just activate this one. That'll probably finish in between episodes. For now, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those in the comment section, and I hope that you enjoyed the episode and my little rant there. Also, please feel free to come join us in the Discord server. You'll find the link to that in the description. And thank you all so very much for joining me, and I shall be seeing you all in the next episode.